This interview is brought to you by the Pro Fight Shop in Hollywood. Radio Rahim with the man who needs no introduction, but I'll introduce him anyway. Freddie Roach, once again, you are standing in a corner, looking across at Bradley, hearing boos when the decision is announced. Did your fighter win this fight tonight?
I thought he won the fight, but it was, it was a hard fight, close fight. I thought maybe in the first round we had a knockdown, and I think that maybe cost us the fight. But we had a good referee in there, and everyone's human. I think he missed the call there. But the thing is, we had at least 3 10-8 rounds in that fight, and we heard the guy very, very severely a couple times, but he had some good rounds also. He boxed very well at moments. So, at one point in the fight, I told Ruslan, I said, if you don't show me that you can make get away from those punches and make them miss, I said, I'm gonna stop the fight. And then he went out there and started moving his head a lot better, and he hurt him in that round. And I said, now you have to show me you can win the fight. And he went out and did that, and then and that was in the 10th. So the 11th, he showed me he could win the fight. In the 12th, I said, okay, now let's finish it. And he came very close. But that's how it goes. But I think he's made himself a star in America and Russia, and he should be very proud of himself. He's a little disappointed right now, and obviously I know why. But the thing is, I think a couple of days he'll realize what he did, and his fan base just is huge right now. Now the referee thought about stopping the fight too. He made the same comment. Do you remember what round it was when you were making the decision that, hey, maybe I'm going to have to, close this show? I think it was in the 9th round where he took a lot of punches. It was either 8 or 9. And then I said to him, I said, you know what? You can't take that many shots. If you take that many shots again, I'm going to stop the fight. And he started moving his head a little bit faster and a little bit, because that's one thing we have to work on is defense, of course, because he has fast head movement when he concentrates on it, but then when he gets into a little bit of a lull, he moves a little bit slow. So the thing is, he's getting hit too many shots, and I told him, I said, you know what, if you give me another round like that, I'm going to stop the fight. And and HBO came over and talked to me right at that moment also, and I said, I'm thinking about stopping the fight if he doesn't show me that he can make some of those punches miss. Now, one of the things, there are not many, but one of the things that people criticize you for is the defense. They often think that your fighters don't have great defense. Did you work on that specifically for this fight? And when they get in there, is the offense so good that it's hard for them to step back and move when they feel like they can knock the guy in front of them out? Well, yes, but the thing is, we teach defense and so forth, but it's really the mentality of the fighter. It's like, Amir Khan, if he just followed the game plan and just used the jab and outbox his last opponent, he would have won the fight easy. And if he fights a rematch with that, he would do the same thing. But the thing is, he likes to exchange a little bit too much, and that's part of him, though. That's not part of me. So the thing is, I can't change the mentality. Same with Ruslan. He likes to exchange. And the thing is, our plan was to catch this guy in an exchange, because when he's boxing, he has very good defense. But when he's exchanging, his chin's up in the air a little bit, and that was our moment to catch him. So that was our game plan, is to catch him during an exchange and hurt him and knock him out. So we came very close to doing that, but a little bit short. But I work with the fighters. I work completely on a boxing game plan, from defense to offense. I'm a very offensive-minded coach. I think offense wins fights and defense doesn't. But I don't ignore defense, and I don't step away from it. And I've been criticized a little bit lately because we've had a couple of close losses. But look how many big fights we've been in. I mean, these are big fights. I mean, the thing is, there's a winner and a loser. It's part of life. And know what? Like for a while, I had 5 years. I only had like 5 losses in 5 years. You know, and stuff like this. We were on a great roll and stuff like that. But the thing is, you know, this is part of life. And the thing is, I'm not going anywhere, and I have a lot of passion. I'm training Shiming Zhao right now, getting ready for his fight, the Olympian. And he's a great guy, and so I'm teaching him how to fight more like a pro. Instead of that amateur, you know, passive defense over. So, you know, I still have passion for this game. I can't wait to get Pacquiao back in the gym and get him ready for his next fight. And, you know, winning and losing is part of life. And the thing is, like, if you don't think you can lose in this sport, you pick the wrong sport.
No, we got to get to Pacquiao, but my last question on this fight, at least, everyone was, you know, expecting you guys to want to exchange. That wasn't a surprise. But were you surprised that Bradley was so game, especially in the first rounds, that he was willing to jump in there and be in Provodnikov's chest?
The last thing I said to Ruslan before we walked, I said, okay, the first 3 rounds is going to be really hard because he has something to prove. He's going to try to prove something here because his last fight, a lot of people thought he lost. So he had some, I thought that he was going to come out and try to use his muscle and strength. He's very proud of the way he looks and so forth. And I knew it was going to be a hard fight at first, but I knew that would be our moment to catch him in the exchange. It would be the best moment. I thought we were going to knock him out within the first 2 rounds, to be honest with you. I thought that was our best chance because I felt he had trouble making the weight. He was on the treadmill a long time yesterday, trying to make weight and so forth. He was sweating coming to the weigh-in, so I thought our opportunity was going to be early. Yes.
Now you brought up Manny Pacquiao. This is another fight where it was so toe-to-toe, so much punishment exchange. When do you think Manny should step in the ring again? Is September early enough, or would you, given your druthers, would you have brought him in earlier?
He wanted to fight in April, and I called Manny. I said, Manny, I don't want you to fight in April. I think it's too soon. I said, you know, that knockout was a severe knockout. You know, obviously concussions are very popular in sports nowadays. We know a lot more about it with the football players and hockey players and so forth. So I wanted him to take more time, and I told him, I said, I think September is going to be a better day for you. So he fought me for a little while, but I won the argument, and he told me, okay, that September, he'll wait till September, and he's been checked out by the doctors. He's 100% fine. There's no problems whatsoever, but I just wanted more time because, you know, with these concussions and so forth, I mean, you know, like a football player gets 2 in a year, and he's going to suffer later in his life and so forth. And I don't want anyone to suffer later in life, because I stayed a little bit too long in to my sport when I was a fighter, and I'm paying for that now. So I don't wish that on anybody. So I'm trying to watch my fighters the best I can.
Now, those of us who, you know, love this sport and the fighters in it, at least I can speak for myself. When you see cartoons, you know, memes, as they call them online, things that making fun of Pacquiao being knocked out and these kind of things, how does that affect you? Has it affected him? Like, what do you think when you see that kind of stuff?
You know what? I haven't seen it because I don't really read the internet, to be honest with you. So, but people tell me about it, of course, because I get stories. But you know, it shows you how vicious people really can be. They say boxing's a vicious sport, but these guys even are 10 times as bad. But you know what? It's a human nature and so forth, and it's low class, and it shows where they're really coming from. You know, I can't say what they are.
Last question. Yeah. Now, as far as Pacquiao's next opponents, obviously there's the Marquez 5 possibility, but when there's a Rios out there, do you think that he should take a tune-up fight before getting back in there with such a heavy hitter?
No, don't take a tune-up fight. We'll fight the rematch right away. Where else is he going to make $10 million for a fight? He has nowhere to go. He can't make $1 million with any other opponent in the world. He has to fight us, and you know what? It's a great fight, and I think. He got a little lucky last time. We were fighting a great fight. I thought maybe he was fighting one of the best fights ever. But the thing is, he ended it well. Congratulate him. He's a very smart fighter. But the thing is, revenge will be sweet.
Freddie Roach, you're always candid, always honest, gives me plenty of time. Thank you so much. Radio Rahim with Freddie Roach.